Good morning. So we're going to work on inverse trig. So our central question is, how do I find the measure of an angle in a right triangle? Okay, so it's going to be for our acute angles. Okay, so inverse trig. So we use theta, everybody. So theta is equal to, it's cosine to the -1. So in the calculator, you do second and cosine, equal to cosine. We're still using SOHCAHTOA, so it's going to be adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Okay, and then we'll do cosine again. That cosine, we're going to do sine. So inverse sine. And so inverse is to that, it has raised to that -1. So inverse sine is going to be opposite divided by hypotenuse. And then we have theta again, and it's going to be the tangent, -1. Tangent of -1, and it's going to be opposite divided by hypotenuse, by adjacent. Okay, so then we're going to have, so our steps, everybody, that we're going to use, everybody. So we're going to label, just like we did before, everybody. So label all the sides. So opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. And we're going to circle theta, so circle the angle that we need to find. Okay, we're going to find an equation that works. So do we need to use sine, cosine, or tangent? So find an equation that works. Okay. Is it sine, cosine, tangent? Okay, we're going to fill in the equation. And of course, everybody, we're going to be using decimals.com. And then we're going to solve it. Okay. Again, if you're using a calculator, everybody, it's the second and whatever trig function you're using. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do that. So let's do an example, everybody. So we have here, so it says solve for the measure of angle B. Okay. Diagonally across is going to be hypotenuse. Adjacent is 16, 63 is opposite. Okay. I'm going to use tangent. So the tangent of theta is equal to opposite over adjacent, so 63 over 16. Okay. So theta is going to be equal to inverse tangent, and it's going to be 63 divided by 16. Okay, and we're going to round to the 10th place, everybody. So theta is equal to 75.7 degrees. Okay, so let's do this next one. So it says solve for m. So that's what we're going to do. Solve for m. Diagonal across hypotenuse. This is going to be adjacent. I knew that. Sorry, I was jumping ahead. And this is going to be opposite. Okay, so So what I have is opposite and adjacent. So I'm going to use sine. So we're going to do sine of theta is equal to 24 divided by 25. So theta is going to be equal to the sine -1 raised to the -1 power, 24 divided by 25, okay? And we get 73 and 7/10 degrees, okay? If they asked us to find the measure of angle B, okay? So remember so the measure of angle M plus the measure of angle B is going to equal 90. So I'm going to substitute in what I found for M, so 73 degrees. 0.2. Subtract 73 and 7/10 from each side. So we're going to get the measure of angle B is going to be equal to 16 and 3/10 degrees. We got it. Okay, everybody. So on this, so this is a way we can find all the angles. So it says solve for V. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and label the angles. Adjacent, opposite, hypotenuse. Okay, so I'm going to use cosine. I could use any of them. I just choose to use cosine. So we're going to do adjacent, so 77 divided by hypotenuse. Okay, so theta is going to be equal to cosine to -1. Okay, so we put that in the calculator, and we get, I feel like I'm not writing this well enough, 25.1 degrees. Okay, this next one, they want us to solve for M. Label the sides, everybody. And we can choose any one. I'm going to use cosine again. So I'm going to do 15 divided by 17. So we're going to get cosine to -1. It's going to be 15 divided by 17. And I got 28 and 1/10 degrees. Okay, everybody, you got this. I'm just going to go over this briefly if you wanted to know about special right triangles. So we have 60, 30, 90. And so you figure out which one. So decide which one to do and solve. Okay, so you're going to look at the angles. So like this one knows 30, 90, 45, 45, 90. Okay, and then you're just going to solve. You got this, everybody. Okay, so like this one, it says solve for all parts. So remember, if this is x, that means that this is also 8. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to put base. So those both will both be equal. Okay, and then a, remember, is equal to x square root of 2. But everybody, we can also use a b. So we're going to do 8 square root of 2. Okay, this one says solve for our parts again. So this is going to be our x, or u, and b. Okay, and then this one's going to be, so you have to look where this is. Okay, so if this is 2, that means that this one is going to be, do you see 2x? So this is 2x, and this is x times the square root of 3. So this is going to be 2 times 2, which is 4. And this one's going to be 2 square root of 3. Okay, same with this one. So this is our x value. So y is going to be equal to 5. X is going to be equal to 5 times 2, which is 10. Okay, everybody.